The following broadcast may contain mature subject matter. Listener discretion is advised.
This episode of the Pledgecast is brought to you by EnjarMeTrust.com and Facebook.com/EnjarMeTrust.
I got that. I got that E-Town hustle and that Hollywood swagger. Put your drinks up, toast to them haters.
This is the come up, we'll see you later. This is the come up.
Elevator.
Episode 3. Did it again. All the little kids are cheering for us again. Yeah, shout out to all the little kids at Jarm's house.
It's the Enjar Trust Foundation.
Just so that we're clear, I don't keep them here. They're here by will.
Anyways, so I didn't go on a trip.
Nope.
That's
Nope.
Weird.
What the fuck happened this week?
We are starting off different. We are recording on Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to all of our listeners.
In Canada.
Hope you're getting drunk with your fam. That's what I do.
Yeah.
So what have you guys been up to since the last show?
That's a good question.
Well, we doped out this podcast room pretty good.
Yeah, our studio's starting to look pretty good.
Spent a couple $100, put a couple hours of time
couple
into
hundos.
it. Couple hundies, dropped some stacks.
Brown bills.
Centuries.
Brown bills. Yeah, brown bills if you're Canadian.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so let's go through what we did then.
Well, we took a bunch of useless old shit and made it into awesome soundproofing.
Yeah.
Yeah, recycling.
Added a lot of more comfortable light. It's not so
Not so hot.
bright and hot.
That's one thing too. People who are listening can't tell, but the lights are just so hot. They're the wrong kind of lights. So LED light strips.
LED.
That's where it's at. Yeah.
Yeah, we replaced all the hot lights with LEDs, and we're starting to recover everything.
And we're working on guests. We're getting guests lined up. We had once we had Tim McKinney on the show, we had other people inquire about being guests on the show. So we're happy to bringing that to you guys.
Definitely.
So Halloween's coming up.
Yeah.
We're gonna be talking about Halloween shit today, which is a big money maker. Like, I think that's basically what it is nowadays.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. It's a good time. I like seeing costumes.
You still trick or treat?
Well, I could still get away with it.
I'd say.
Yeah, I like seeing costumes. I don't know. It's interesting.
I'm the same way too. I'm 25 years old and I still dress up every year.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Party.
It seems, when we're on the topic now of costumes and kids, it seems nowadays people don't even bother. They're taking their kids to like malls and
malls.
shit.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing.
Right.
Go trick or treating in a mall because they're too afraid to take them to their neighbor's house.
Yeah. Like your neighbor's gonna just kill everybody. You live in Leduc, Alberta, Canada. Nothing here to kill you.
Except people on Ledoux Confessions because they're fucking weird people.
Or bitches with HIV.
Yeah. Who get HIV and then try and kill as many not kill them, but infect as many motherfuckers. Motherfuckers.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with a song here. I think that was a good way to go with the last show. Got right into some music.
Yeah.
Talk about your song you picked, Brennan.
Okay, I'm gonna take you guys back to early high school days. I figured I'd pick something kind of like gothic and weird for the Halloween theme, so I'm gonna pick Thank You for the Venom by My Chemical Romance. So that's coming up right now.
You can't understand a pretty face, what you do, so carry on.
And we're back.
Yeah, that was good. One thing about MCR is, like, at that time, I was listening to, like, G-Unit and shit like that. So,
Yeah.
but I remember, like, MCR was around with, like, The Used and Panic at the Disco and Fall Out Boy, and those were pretty big bands at that time, which I don't really hear anything from any of those guys anymore.
I have a theory about that. I think it's just that scene has had its time in the spotlight.
Yeah,
For sure.
They're all bands. They're all still doing shit, and people still listen to them. But
I know that.
The focus isn't there that was before.
Now it's EDM, man.
Yeah, no, definitely, man.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look, everyone's EDM.
I guess, like, also, if you like that genre, you're probably following
Gonna follow it.
Yeah, so I know that The Used was in town a couple
Not
weeks
too long
ago
with Taking Back Sunday.
Taking Back Sunday. Awesome band. I used to listen to them when I was in junior high.
Yeah, Taking Back Sunday's awesome.
Taking Back Sunday, and it was like Billy Talent and Alexis on Fire. And
Speaking of which, Death from Above,
yep,
they're back together.
doing a show.
They just did a new album, and I'm going. I got tickets.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Nice.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, we were listening to Alexis on Fire
Last
yesterday.
night. Yeah,
Taking it back too.
yeah.
Did you see their, like, farewell show?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, because I seen them, like, 10 years ago.
Okay.
And then their farewell show, like, a year ago, maybe
Right.
a year and a half. And you could just tell that those boys have aged, you know? Just probably 10 hard years on the road, you know? Like, from the shows when I first seen them to, like, the farewell show, which I'll also say they did their farewell tour, like, a year after they had actually, like, broken up.
Yeah.
They just felt like they owed
Yeah.
the fans that,
fans,
right?
yeah.
So that could have, they just might not have been in show form, but...
Dude, I could go on and on about Alexis on Fire. That, as cheesy as it sounds, that band broke my heart, man. That was my favorite band
Anyone
ever.
I talk to about that style of music, that's who they bring up immediately. Alexis on Fire, like, was the greatest band.
Of that style, and then
Yeah.
they totally changed.
Yeah,
and
like when
started
Young
sucking.
Cardinals came out,
I
you're
didn't
like,
even buy it.
What the fuck? I bought it. I still like it, but it's just not the same sound to
No.
me. So
I could start telling how they were changing their sound during Crisis. Like that was much more of a mainstream
Yeah, yeah.
record.
See, but that's something that's common, like,
The one-
extremely common right now.
the one
is people
before that was
changing their
Watch
sound.
Out.
Yeah.
That one was fucking hard.
Watch
That was
Out.
hardcore.
Dude, and that's what I liked them for, is I liked them for their progressive sound where it's not verse hook.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
one was the one with the girl in the front with the skirt and the knife?
That was their self-titled one.
Right.
Yeah,
was
that
really
had
good.
like Polaroids and polar bears.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Counterparts and Number Them, 44 Caliber Love Letter.
that's a fucking good one.
Yeah.
Sharks and Danger.
Shout out to
whatever it is,
Devin Brick
isn't it?
playing. I think it was 44 Caliber Love Letter at our grade 9 farewell.
This
That's
is a 44
awesome.
caliber love letter straight from my heart.
Yeah, that's a good jam.
So Halloween horror movies. What good horror movies you seen lately?
We watched The Shining last night.
Classic.
Yeah, great
Classic.
movie. Granted, we did watch it and I was falling asleep because I was fucking tired. But
It's well, like
we
you were
did this
saying
whole
last
room
night.
too, so
Like you were saying last night, we watched it fucking each on our own couch.
yeah.
Fucking leaned back, like
Yeah, it's hard not to fall asleep like that.
Yeah.
it's
There was probably
long.
some smoke in the air.
Oh, there was some smoke. And it was like, you got to think, it was like probably what, 11:30 when we started watching it, and it's like a 3-hour movie, right?
Something
Yeah.
like that.
I
Yeah.
woke up at like 2:40 and it was just
That
ending.
movie's so iconic though. How much has that movie alone sparked out as like music that's followed it, like rip-offs of like TV movies and shit like that. I see
Here's
so much.
Johnny coming through the
Yeah.
door. right?
Yeah, man. I
Okay.
see so much influence from that movie.
Yeah, it really says something about a movie when there's a documentary about that movie. Like there's
And like before, documentaries about movies was a thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
now, like they do that on any movie, right?
there's so much conspiracy about that movie. Like people really, really like to read into stuff. Like people have said Stanley Kubrick was responsible for faking the moon landing. He directed
Yeah,
Like-
the movie.
just from that movie
Yeah.
and seeing things in it. They're like, oh my god. He
But he's
faked
just
the
a
moon
good
landing.
director. It's just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it is a huge conspiracy theory.
Yeah. Well,
Could've
it's
been
just
fake.
so much.
And it's creepy as fuck, man.
Yeah. And it's the meticulous detail that really shines in that movie because every scene is so creepy and so tension building. Like you're holding your breath the
Yeah.
entire movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of build-up music in The Shining.
Yeah.
A lot.
Well, like you were saying, when you would
I would-
wake up every 5 minutes to...
Yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
always good though. Like when I woke up, I was like, yes, this
Good.
movie.
It's a good Halloween movie. Oh man, when I was younger, when he's like chasing that kid through the like maze,
Yeah.
or the shrubs,
Yeah.
man, I used to think about that when I was like going to sleep.
Uh,
When I was like a little kid, I shouldn't have watched
Chasing
that so
with an
young.
axe, yeah.
Oh man.
creepy. Very
So-
creepy.
Another thing about directors who like just meticulous on whatever they do, Tim Burton.
Yeah.
If you actually read into like Edward Scissorhands, the way the houses are painted, there's a pattern. It's like pink, green, blue,
Yeah.
pink, green, blue.
Yeah.
That all means something.
Yeah.
I took a film class in high school and we watched that movie probably 100 times in one semester.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Awesome.
Dude, I love that shit, man.
One of my favorite movies, as well as Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice is a great movie.
Yeah.
So, what about you, John? Scary movies.
Well, I'm gonna go classic. I love my cheesy B horror movies, right?
You knew this was coming.
Yeah, you know what's coming. So I'm gonna say, as a one whole, Evil Dead 1, 2, which are actually kind of almost the same movie when you watch them. It's weird.
Okay.
And then the third, which is Army of Darkness. I mean, all these movies are classics. It's mostly even just like the one-liners.
Did you
man.
guys watch
When
it
you
last
hear
night?
the one-liners?
No, we
we didn't
didn't.
watch it.
Because I'm going to be honest, I didn't see these.
Oh,
Okay.
you've never seen them?
No.
Okay, so it's a guy, for anyone who doesn't know, his name's Bruce Campbell. Is in this show, his name's Ash. He's got a chainsaw for a hand. His hand gets like taken over by like
Okay,
spirits and shit.
Let me stop you for a second. I have a question. I did a little bit of research because I knew we were going to be talking about this. Evil Dead 1 is a scary movie, right? That's like straight horror. And then the second and then...
Army of Darkness?
Army of Darkness went for more of a campy B-movie feel.
The second one was basically
A remake
like I said,
of the
a
first
remake
one.
of the first one, but it had little bits of comedy in it. But
So
that
that's kind of
being
what you're
said,
saying.
That's what I'm
there,
saying.
there can't be. I mean, a chick gets raped by a tree, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
What the
it's
fuck?
not
Yeah.
all comedy.
Right.
It's crazy, and there's
Yeah,
like
that is
it's-
crazy.
But the thing that I like about it the most is it's not animated. It's claymation. It's like
The whole movie's
it's cool.
claymation?
No. Just like any
The
of the
special effects.
Yeah,
Oh,
like-
okay.
like this-
That's actually really
yeah,
cool.
like this girl comes out of the woods dancing naked, and she's all fucked. She's dead and fucked up, right?
Yeah.
But she's like clay, and she's like the way she's moving. It's really cool, right?
Creepy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they wanted it. They wanted it to be high tech. This
Yeah.
is just how it turned out. It was a
Yeah.
B movie, and yeah. But anyway, shout out to Bruce Campbell. That shit's.
Okay, did you see the remakes?
No, I didn't. You
No,
know,
like,
Bruce Campbell.
I never even seen
believe
the original. So.
I think Bruce Campbell produced it,
Yep.
but I've never seen it because I don't like the idea that they changed the character. Now it's a girl. It was a guy.
Well, I mean, it's just straight up gore porn now. Like, one of the scenes, it's in the trailer, but I watched this movie once. I'm never going to watch it again. There's one part in the trailer where this, like, zombie chick, it's the chick that's in the basement. Is that in the first ones, too?
Where she gets locked in the basement.
No, it's like a demon chick.
Yeah,
under the
but
floorboards.
and it like lifts up and
Yeah.
it's chained down, and you can see her head sticking out, and she's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
in the movie, if I'm remembering this correctly, a girl dies because this demon chick in this basement slices her tongue open with a box cutter and makes out with her and drowns her with her fucking tongue blood.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's the new one.
It's
though.
really,
Yeah.
really brutal.
It's a different take. The new one's a different take. The old one is like,
Is it cheesy though? Like,
No.
no,
No,
that's
no,
just
this
straight
is
on
legit
real
gore.
gruesome.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah. Fuck yeah. What's it called?
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
Yeah, it's
the
the
new
remake,
one.
yeah.
Okay.
came
Okay.
out last year, I believe.
Okay, my first movie choice. This movie scared the fuck out of me. 13 Ghosts.
Oh,
This is
man.
when like there was the rich guy who had this house, and in the basement he could trap like spirits of serial killers.
Right.
And so this family, I forget how it goes, but this family ends up at that house with, I think, a realtor. They're trying to sell the house or some shit.
Okay.
And weird things start happening, and what's happening is the cells in the basement start losing power, and like one by one they get freed.
Man.
And like they don't call him Hellraiser in the movie, but there's a guy with like bolts and like nails
Pins
sticking out of
sticking
his
Yeah,
I
Pinhead.
remember that.
and they got the
yeah.
ghost of Charles Manson, and somehow it has to do with like it's like a gateway to hell, I think it is, or something. But fuck, man, that movie used to creep the fuck out of me.
Is there like a junkyard part? I remember there being a junkyard
How old
at
is
the
this
beginning.
movie?
It's pretty old.
I would say it's over 10 years.
Oh, okay. I've never seen it. Yeah. I'd like
Yeah,
to
it's
see it
an
definitely.
older one.
All right, how about we get back into some more music?
Sure.
Talk more horror movies after that.
Yep. What do you got, John?
I chose Ill Mind 7 by Hobson because it's
good choice.
It's a really good one, and I'll give you my opinion after.
Okay, here we go.
It's us, mind, power. Live life, mind, power. It's us, mind, power. Live life, mind, power.
Fuck anybody I might alarm. Life is a tour, I sit and ride along. Taking some notes and then I write the songs. I'm staring down the road, my life is gone. Is this where I belong? Is it wrong to not believe in right and wrong? My mental state is fucking me up and I cried upon while asking you for some answers, but we don't have that type of bond. That my desire's gone. And with the way that I've been living lately, if I died right now, you turn the fire on. Sick of this bullshit. Niggas call me a sellout, cause I hopped in Christianity so strongly then I fell out. Now I'm avoiding questions like a scared dog with his tail down. Feeling so damn humiliated cause they looking at me like I'm hellbound. What story should I tell now? I'll just expose the truth. I'm so close to the fucking edge, I should be close to you. But who the fuck are you? You never show the proof. And I'm only fucking human, yo, what am I supposed to do? There's way too many different religions with vivid descriptions, begging all fucking men and women to listen. I can't even beat my dick without getting convicted. These ain't wicked decisions, I got different intentions. I've been itching to get it, I've been giving assistance, but the whole fucking system is twisted. Now I'm dealing with this backlash because Marcus isn't a Christian, and I've been told that my sinful life is an addiction. But I can't buy it, it's just too hard to stand beside it. I need an answer, humans can't provide it. I look at the earth, the sun, and I can tell a genius man designed it. It's truly mind-blowing, I can't deny it. Is heaven real? Is it fake? Is it really how I fantasize it? Where's the Holy Ghost at? How long does it take a man to find it? My mind's a non-stop tape playing and I can't rewind it. You gave me the Bible and expect me not to analyze it? I'm frustrated and you provoked it. I'm not reading that motherfucking book because a human wrote it. I have a fucking brain, you should know it. You gave it to me to think, to avoid every useless moment. It was a mission that I had to abort, cause humans be lying with such an inaccurate source. It's gonna be hard to put me back on the course. Next Jehovah's Witness to come on my porch, I swear I'm slamming the door. A lot of folks believe it though, but I'm not surprised. Humans are fucking dumb, still thinking that Pac's alive. I ain't trying to take your legacy and torture down. I'm just saying, I ain't heard shit from the horse's mouth. Just sheep always telling stories of older guys who were notarized by you and you finally vocalized. Now I'm supposed to bow my head and close my eyes and somehow let the Holy Ghost arise? Sounds like a fucking poltergeist. Show yourself and the boom is done. Every rumor's gone, I no longer doubt the shit. You're the one. I'll admit that my sinful ways were stupid fun, and all my old habits can hop on top of a roof to plunge. I donate to a charity that could use the funds. Fuck the club instead of bitches, I'd hang with a group of nuns. And everyone I ran into would know what I came to do. I wouldn't take a step unless it was in the name of you. I hate the fact that I have to believe you haven't been chatting with me like you did Adam and Eve. And I ain't seen no fucking talking snake unravel from trees with an apple to eat. That shit never happens to me. I don't know if you do or don't exist. It's driving me crazy, send your condolences. This is me reaching to you, so don't forget, if hell is truly a pit of fire and I get thrown in it, I'ma probably regret the fact that I ever wrote this shit. My gut feeling says it's all fake. I hate to say it, but fuck it, shit, I done lost faith. This isn't a small phase, my perspective's all changed. My thoughts just keep picking shit apart all day. And in my mind, I make perfect sense. If you aren't real, then all my prayers aren't worth a cent. That will mean that I can just make up what my purpose is, and I can sit in church and just say fuck in the services. Man, what if Jesus was a facade? Then that would mean the government's God. I feel like they've been brainwashing us with a lot, so much that we don't even notice that we're stuck in the box. Man, everything is what if. Why is it always what if? Planet Earth, what if? The universe, what if? My sacrifice, what if? My afterlife, what if? Every fucking thing that deals with you is fucking suspect. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. This is my fucking life and I'm living it. I'm having fun. If you really care for me, prove that I need to live carefully. But I'll be damned if I put my own pleasure aside for an afterlife that isn't even guaranteed. We are you, and you're us. Stop playing games. My life's all I got, and heaven is all in my brain. And when I feel I'm in hell, my ideas are what get me through pain. Do as you please, and I'll just do me. I'm a human, I'll stay in my lane. Ill mind.
It's us, mind, power. Live life, mind, power.
Hobson.
Yup. Yeah, so I wanted to pick that one because I play a lot of hip hop when I'm at work.
Yeah.
And it's a multicultural yard, man. There's a lot of different religions and people around and shit, and it's really weird to watch people's reactions when they listen to that
it's
song.
definitely controversial, you could say.
Yeah.
The feeling of like the honesty and the emotion in the song. That's what I love about Hobson. He
puts
can
it in.
make you feel
Oh, yeah.
what he's feeling at the time he wrote the song. Like that's what I think. And that song, also, anytime you bring up religion, you're gonna have your own opinion, right?
Yeah, good pick. The music video is awesome for that too.
Yeah, it's very simple, but it's
Effective.
very effective.
Yeah. Have you seen the video?
Yeah.
He's just out in the middle of the desert.
All Ill Minds, I think, are like good in their own sense. You know, like
The
did you
video
see-
makes up half of what's awesome.
yeah.
about
Yeah.
it.
The first one I ever seen was 4.
Well, the older ones, some of them, it's so. This is what I liked
Just a
about him. He's so
webcam.
underground. You know what I mean? Like he was showing you how to make a camera mount, like a thing you can sit on out of a shopping cart, so you can make music videos and like move people around. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like that cool shit that makes it like relatable. You're like, man, this guy's just a dude. You know?
Do you follow Hobson on any social media?
I follow him on Facebook.
Okay, he does some of the coolest shit. He was stuck in Vegas for an extra night, and
saw
he
this, yeah.
he sent out a picture saying, "I need a ride to the airport, and I don't want to pay nobody to do it. So if one of my fans wants to take me to the airport, hit me up on here, right?" So he's getting his fans to like pick him up and drive him around, which is cool, man. Like if he was in town
I would
and he
wanna
needed a
meet
ride,
him.
I'd go pick him up.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But like also I see videos he's like skateboarding on stage,
Dude,
like
he's
and he's
so
good, man,
good,
busting
man.
3 flips on stage and
Yeah.
oh man,
Hard flips.
That's the thing. Like
Real
he's
heels.
like
he's an honest
a
artist, I
normal
believe
dude.
too.
You know, like it's,
You know, and if you know anything about Hobson's career, like he's been around for a minute, but the way his old label handled him
yeah, they definitely
fucked him over,
mishandled
so
it.
And now he's just putting out independent music. on
Yeah,
his
he's
own
got
label.
he's got a bunch of people with him on Funk Volume 2. He's got like Dizzy Wright.
yeah, those guys are super successful too.
Yeah, there's
at
a lot of them.
at a like underground level type of next
Yeah,
stage
yeah.
success. I don't know if that makes sense,
Like
but like he's not mainstream.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But like you've never heard of Swizz?
No.
With like 3 Z's on the end. That guy. You never heard of him before?
Is that the really high pitched guy?
Yeah.
Interesting.
If you think I have a big head, then you haven't seen my brother.
That guy.
Oh my god.
Swiss.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about more horror movies. We just got a comment on our Facebook page from Jesse Ryan Williams.
Oh, that's my dog. That's Jesse Ryan Williams.
Okay, and he says Event Horizon. Talk about Event Horizon. So
I've never seen it.
Yeah, me neither. I don't even know what that is.
IMDb to the rescue.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Shoutouts
Okay.
to Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse Williams.
Wicked.
Okay, so it says here it's got a 6.7 on IMDb out of 10.
Yeah. IMDb's always like, it's hard to get
I
a
usually-
high rating, right?
I
Well,
usually
it's
go by-
user generated.
I go by Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's usually pretty honest.
Okay, so it says a rescue crew investigates a spaceship that disappears into a black hole and has now returned with someone or something new on board.
Interesting.
I think my friend AJ told me about this, and he told me that there is a blood orgy in it.
Nice.
Oh, interesting.
I
That's
think.
always a good
Hey,
time.
that's Halloweeny. Blood
Nothing
orgy?
says trick or treat like a
Yeah.
blood orgy.
That's right.
I'm here for the blood orgy. Is that this house?
Okay,
Oh,
so
fuck.
that one's to check out. The Ring.
The Ring.
The Ring.
The Ring. I think it's a modern classic, in my opinion.
Just the way the sound hits when the fucking like
Thing, the cover moves
Cover
over the
moves?
well. Yeah.
Oh, dude. I could talk forever about this movie, but mainly the cinematography is what gets me about it. Everything has a blue-green look to it.
yeah. Like,
Every
I remember
single shot.
watching the movie, but obviously I don't see it.
Really?
I said I do remember watching
Oh,
it,
okay.
Yeah.
but I don't watch movies like you watch movies because
Right.
this is what you do outside of
Exactly.
outside of like this show. Obviously, that's what you do.
That's what I was trying to say to him.
So he
is
watches movies in a different way than we
Yeah.
do.
He knows directors and shit as
Yeah.
well, and he's like saying directors, spitting off all these names. I'm like, I don't even know who these people are, man. Like,
I would say I look at movies more by who directs them than who's in them.
Yeah.
And I used to be like everybody else, who's in it.
Right.
But the cinematography in this is crazy. Like, everything has a blue-green look to it. It's so rainy and dreadful, except when Naomi Watts' character watches the Ring movie
video,
for the first time.
Right.
And the
Which is
sun
a
comes through that
VHS, by
tree.
the way.
Yes. So, okay, I guess we should explain
that kind
what
of
the
gives you a
movie's
time
about.
period of when that movie was made.
And you know, it's funny because
You
I
know,
still call
it wasn't
that
on a Betamax.
Right.
It wasn't
Yeah,
on a
yeah,
DVD,
yeah.
so you could time frame when that movie was made. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we should discuss what the movie is about for people that don't know. It's based off of a Japanese horror film about a videotape that kills you when you watch it.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah.
7 days after you watch it.
7 days.
Yeah, right after you watch it, you get a phone call with a mysterious voice. Oh, someone's about to get a phone call, I think.
Oh, what's happening?
7 days.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was interesting. Oh, let's do it again. I got a text message. Nope. What the fuck?
Paranormal Activity.
17 days.
777 days.
So yeah, it's a good flick for. Like I said,
It's creepy, man. Like when that girl comes out of the TV.
Yeah.
Like that's another like, if people are spoofing your movie, you know, then
You've done a good job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
enough people have watched it, right? So how many times did Scary Movie like have a girl crawling out of the TV,
Yeah, yeah.
or like, you know,
It's a modern classic in my opinion.
yeah,
I think it's got a good sense of dread, and like I said, the cinematography is awesome in it.
yeah. One of the scary movies I've seen recently, and I get scared when I go to the theater. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, and it's mostly because it's not what's happening on TV; it's the surprises, right?
Okay, so
a door
jump
slams,
scares.
a door slams, or like somebody jumps out. That's what's scary. Just it's not the actual like scene, kind of what's going on, you know.
Right.
But A Haunting in Connecticut. You seen it?
I
feel like
think
I might
so.
have seen it, but it's
So,
like, is it like
this
last
is-
few years?
Yeah,
roughly?
yeah, last few years. This is what happens. A family lives far away from a hospital where their son's getting
I've seen
cancer
this.
treatment, so they have to find a place to stay closer so that they can. One of the parents can go there with him and, anyways,
closer to the
be
medical.
closer to the hospital for his treatment. Anyways, so he moves into the house and he moves into the basement. Well, what nobody told anybody was when they were moving in the house. This used to be a funeral parlor, and back in like I'd say like 1800s. That's what it kind of looks like to me. But a funeral parlor, and so he moves into the basement. And there's this door that's stuck down there. It's glass door. He can't see through it because it's black. But at nighttime he goes and it's raining outside and it's creepy. Anyways, he puts his eyes up there and he can see somebody performing an embalming. And
yeah.
what the guy's doing is cutting off the eyelids of the people and engraving like demonic scripture into their skin.
Right.
And he doesn't like actually bury them. You find out at the end of the house or at the end of the night.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. You find out that he's been putting the bodies in the walls of the house for like so
I have
many years.
seen that,
and they do like
Exorcisms.
exorcisms and shit and
Seances. I think is
seance, yes,
the
because
proper
there's
word.
like he finds pictures of like the guy puking upwards and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
super
so
creepy
creepy.
movie, man.
Fun fact about that movie, you're gonna appreciate this. I'm gonna pronounce his name wrong, but Elias Cotes is in that movie, and he plays Casey Jones in the Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's
cool.
a priest, I believe. Reverend, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, man, it's a super creepy movie. But like it all comes together at the end. I think the kid tries to burn down the house with himself inside it
Oh, maybe.
to like release the souls, because that's when you find out all these like bodies are falling out of the walls. Like the house starts burning and then all these wrapped up bodies start falling out of the walls. But he gets rescued anyways, and
You would smell that, I'm thinking. Just saying.
man,
On my walkthrough on that house, the first thing I'd be like,
some-
you guys smell the funky down
you
there."
motherfuckers smoking some stanky shit.
Yeah, Jesus. Man, you growing mushrooms in this basement?
Yeah. So that's my pick.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe do
Okay,
that.
my song this week is called "The Waitress" by Atmosphere. I was vibing to this song earlier this week before we decided to do a Halloween podcast.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go with the song and we'll talk about it after.
Okay, here we go.
A city full of people, and my favorite is that waitress. And she treats me like some type of common vagrant. I see her every day, but there's nothing to say unless I decide to step inside of that cafe. I only get to sit if I buy something to eat. Otherwise, it's best to keep my feet moving down that street. And goddamn, she's a hard bitch. She talks at me like I'm the bad dog that got into the garbage. Yeah, I know that the toilet is for customers. You ain't gotta tangle up the strings that make this puppet work. It doesn't have to be a game of patty cake, but it ain't like you don't know I sleep in that alleyway. And by the way, I can see it in your eyes. You're angry with your life, not a stranger to the fight. I bet you hate every man that you date, and you're probably addicted to all types of escape. You take it out on me that you're all alone when you know you got your own closet full of hollow bones. Watch the tone when you speak to old folks. I'm grown, just trying to get out of this Minnesota cold. Look, lady, I'm homeless, I'm crazy. I'm so hopeless, I'm suicidal daily. If you and I can't coexist, let's fake it, cause I ain't got the energy it takes for this relationship. I'm waiting for a city bus to flatten me and transport me to the ever after happily. Maybe reincarnate and with luck come back to earth as a cockroach in your tip cup. She said she's had it up to here. She's gonna call authorities if I don't disappear. I love her threats, it rejuvenates my breath. I give her stress for the reaction that it gets. I got a pocket full of panhandle money on a cup of bad coffee and a stale honey bun. In front of everyone she calls me bum, but she notices my absence on them afternoons I don't come. So here I am, thorn in a hip, holding down the corner table all morning with some corn chips. Ignoring the insults and evil eyes, I feed off of them. I wonder when she'll realize that she's the only reason I visit, the only woman in my world that acknowledges my existence. And if my ship ever comes, I'll miss it, because I'm getting old and I ain't got much left to give it. So there it is, and I have to live with it. I had the chance to make a difference, but I didn't. In the cafe bathroom, drinking free tap water, thinking, damn, I should have been a better father to my daughter.
So yeah, that's The Waitress by Atmosphere. Atmosphere is actually probably my favorite. Just the way they use like actual instruments when they're making the music. It's more of a show when you see them. It's not just like a rapper and a DJ. There is a DJ in the group, but there's drums, guitar. You heard flute in that song?
It reminds me of Flowbots. That's a band too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Handlebars, wasn't that their song?
Yeah,
I
that was
can
the
ride
big
my
one,
bike
yeah.
with no handlebars.
Yeah.
Anyways, that song is about a homeless man, and he's in this cafe every day because essentially when you find out at the end of the song, his daughter works there, and she's the one that's calling him bum, but like he says, notices my absence on the afternoons I don't come.
Yeah.
So, and then at the end, all he can think about is, damn, I should have been a better father. You know, I'm homeless because of my addictions and all that, so.
His escapes.
His escapes, yeah. So,
love that line.
Man, the way Atmosphere puts together a song and then at the end ties it together, it's one of the reasons I love him.
Yeah, that was good. That flute is definitely going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the day.
Fuck. That's off of an album called When Life Gives You Lemons, Paint That Shit Gold. Probably my favorite. Like, if you talk to other Atmosphere fans, they all say God Loves Ugly is their favorite album because it's more underground than the Lemons album, but that's my favorite. And it's not only it's not very Halloween titled, but
whatever. That's a good song.
That's what this show's about, you know. We'll play whatever. You know, I wouldn't have listened to that My Chemical Romance song today, but
that's a good
liked
song.
it. Yeah, man, I enjoyed it. So,
all right, what's next?
I could throw down some Halloween facts.
Ooh,
I
some
researched
spooky Halloween facts.
Add spooky sound effect right here.
Sounded good.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah. Okay, so here's one for you. Did you know the first jack-o'-lanterns were actually made of turnips?
Huh.
How hard would it be to carve out the inside of a turnip? Because isn't that like an onion?
I don't know.
I'm not
couldn't
sure,
even tell you.
to be honest.
Let's search up turnips.
Isn't turnip look
You're gonna get like 100 like
turned up
fucking like things.
God.
Oh. Turn up the vegetable.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah. That's weird.
It's like an onion, right?
Turnips are what you pick up in Super Mario Bros. too.
Oh yeah, dirt.
When you pull them out of the ground.
Yeah. Weird. So those were the first jack-o'-lanterns.
This is just what I got off the internet, so...
I wonder if, like, when they say jack-o'-lantern...
If there was a guy, maybe there was a guy named Jack O'Lantern, and he's like, I'm gonna carve a face in this turnip.
I was thinking more of like a dried out onion looking thing, like just like creepy sitting on the like a shrunken head style thing.
Okay.
Maybe
I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Like I was talking earlier, it's the second highest grossing holiday after Christmas.
Really? I was gonna say yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I could see that for sure.
Oh man, you got costumes and toys and candy and booze. Yeah. Well,
booze, lots of booze.
I guess you can say that, but like even just like costumes, you know, people buy one every year, throw it away.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And then they'd spend hundreds of dollars again next year to buy another one.
Decorating their houses. I'm gonna say booze again. I mean, Halloween parties are always the best.
Yeah, everybody gets dressed up. Like I said, I'm 25 and I'm still dressing up every year.
Yeah, word.
So.
Okay, let's hear another one.
What comes to mind when I say this? Samhainophobia. Samhainophobia. And I'm probably saying it wrong, but that's because I've never heard anybody pronounce it.
Samhainophobia.
I have no idea.
It's a phobia.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But what is it?
It is the fear of Halloween.
Huh.
So it's got to be a real thing, but maybe that's just 'cause people are scared of bats and ghosts and
Bats.
bats.
I'm scared of bats.
Well, I mean, Halloween is a pretty controversial holiday as well.
Of the
right?
origin, do you know the origin of it?
No, is that another fact?
I do.
That's another fact.
I have another fact. Ireland is thought to be the birthplace of Halloween. Tradition said if you wore your clothes backwards and walked backwards, you would see witches and ghosts.
Wait, isn't that crisscross?
Well, I think that's actually two separate facts. Ireland is thought to be the birthplace of Halloween.
Okay.
Maybe the commercialized Halloween, because I also have Mexico celebrates Days of the Dead.
Yeah.
With the All Saints
Cinco
and the
del
All
Muerte.
Souls.
Cinco del
So they have a different thing that I don't think.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
I don't think their Halloween is like what we imagine Halloween is. But
Oh no,
I
it's
could
not.
be wrong.
There's
It's more of a spiritual holiday.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, they think it originated in Ireland.
Okay.
I don't know why or how Halloween came to be. And I also
Drunk Irish
Because
people.
Ireland is full of satanic worshippers.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just.
Oh.
This is
Also,
not
like
not a fact.
the first trick or treating was early 1900s, like 1920.
Really?
So people didn't start trick or treating until then. But like what?
What do you give out then?
Yeah, like well,
Not candy.
apples. Apples were gold back then. You keep that shit for yourself.
Yeah.
I
You know,
thought they'd give
and it's
you
not
an
like you
apple.
could just run to the store and get a bunch of produce.
probably like
and stuff like that.
breadcrumbs.
Like you had to. It was harder to get
Beef
food,
jerky.
So.
They'd have like one of those like 30-foot loaves of bread, and they just like break little chunks off in front of the bag. There you go.
Like a baguette,
Yeah.
like hard bread.
Yeah.
Another way that it's a festival or like a tradition around the world is it's summer's end.
Huh.
You know, it kind of marks
Yeah.
the like changing of the seasons. It's starting to get cold now, but if some places it's not as dramatic of a change as where we live here in Canada. You know, so it could just be like this is the end of the summer.
It's getting pretty cold in my igloo.
Well, when you guys.
Not enough
Yeah,
whale blubber.
When you guys were talking about how parents are just taking their kids to a mall now,
Yeah.
the way that I kind of thought about that is every year I see little kids wearing big ass winter jackets around their costumes. You can't even see
but
them.
that's what I did when I was a kid, and I would walk through snow.
Totally.
And like I remember, like it was cold and snowing, and like you have this pillowcase full of candy, and when you get home, you're cold and probably sick, and you just eat candy all night. And now
Getting
it's like
sicker.
now it's like your parents only give you a little bit of your candy out of your candy bag, and they take you to the mall
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of like through the snow, you know.
I came from a town of like 400 people, and I would literally just run the entire town, just like house to house to house. I was like, "Give me candy!" You get home, you got like 3-4
Done in half an
pillowcases
hour.
Yeah.
full,
And you just
and everybody knows everyone. So it's like you go to one person's house and it's like they
Bag
made
of chips.
homemade popcorn balls with
Yeah,
like
yeah.
caramel sauce.
They
and
never
stuff.
give that shit out anymore.
Yeah, well, you can't. You can't.
'Cause there's razor
you can
blades.
do
Yeah.
stuff in it.
Every
Date rape and
piece of
razor
candy
blades.
is just poison. Another funny thing about that, you know, caramel apples.
Yeah.
If you ever want to play a trick on your roommate or somebody, caramel onion.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
Caramelize the onion, put the stick in it so people think that it's a caramel apple. Leave it on the counter with like 4. Anyways, caramel onion. Boom.
You know, I know a guy who will pick up an onion and eat the thing
Oh,
I like onions.
as an apple.
I like onions.
not like that. I love onions, but not like that.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know.
Even like going to Subway and getting onions on your sub, sometimes it's like,
It's
whoa.
too much, man.
Yeah.
Their
Shout
onions
out to
stink
Lucky.
though. But
Pardon?
I said shout out to Lucky. That's the dude who eats the
Oh,
onions.
the onions, like an apple.
um,
Should we talk about your night terrors that you were telling me earlier?
Yeah, I can do that if you want. Okay, so
Creepy ass shit. We should dim the lights down for this,
I
man.
have some
Oh,
weird
man.
things happen to me. Okay, so like not here, but when I lived in my parents' place, one night I fell asleep and I just had this very like real feeling dream of this arm that just came flying up and grabbed me, and
What?
it like hurt. It
What?
hurt, right? And so I woke up. And I like looked at my arm and I'm like, why does my arm actually hurt? And I looked and you can see like it looked like somebody had like over here, like on my elbow, you could see like finger
oh,
bruises.
ugh.
But like
Have you ever had an experience like that before?
I have, and
Oh.
it's not like that though. Like it wasn't like physical, but I've had experiences like, hey, I lived in the city with Greg, and we lived
This
like,
one's
I think it's
madness.
122nd we lived.
Yep.
On
Anyway,
118th. or
yeah,
whatever.
in Edmonton.
Yeah.
So I'm in the basement, and my room is always closed in the basement when I'm sleeping. And so I wake up in the middle of the night, and my door's open. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? This is stupid. And so like I kind of like sit up a little bit, and then I can hear there's like these wooden stairs that would come down. We lived in this creepy, unfinished basement, and I could hear footsteps, and I could just hear like dog claws, like
Yeah, like across a floor.
coming across,
Yeah.
coming down the stairs, and I'm like, "Okay, what the fuck's going on? Like, we don't have a dog. Why is my door open? Who the fuck is up at this time?" So I'm shocked. So I'm holding the blanket in the corner. I'm like, "Holy
fuck,
shit,
fuck.
man! Like, what the fuck?" And this guy walks into my room, and it's just this native guy,
What?
and
With the dog.
with the dog, and he just walks over and sits down in this chair beside me and just like looks at me, and I'm like, what the fuck do you want? And his dog's sitting beside him, right? And then he just like laughed really creepy, not laughed, but like you know what I mean, just kind of like one of those, like shrugged it off. And then I like blinked and opened up my eyes, and door was closed, no one was there.
Wow.
And I
So
was
like
just
a
like-
very vivid dream?
Creepiest thing is
Okay,
coming up.
thought it was a dream. I move out. I didn't tell anybody anything
Yeah,
about this.
yeah.
Girl I know moves in, comes over and was talking to me the one day and tells me about this weird shit that happened to her.
Oh,
Same thing.
fuck.
Same thing. So yeah, it was like, I don't know, man.
Goosebumps a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of those things.
It's-
But I mean, it's like night terrors. My sister's got those, and it's crazy, man. She sees like people in like rocking chairs with babies
What?
and shit, and like
Wow,
sheets
that's an-
floating.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's night terrors, right? It's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
it is, right? But I still can't explain
The thing on your arm?
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Can't say I've
Creepy.
ever had anything like that happen to me, but like,
Neither.
you know, you've been my friend for 15 years, right? So I
Yeah.
could definitely believe you. There's
Yeah.
no reason for me to say that you're lying
No,
about it.
and you know, I
So-
wouldn't have a reason to make
And
it up.
and for
It's
you to
just
say
weird, right?
like, and this is something that you and that girl share, you know.
Yeah.
You
And
both
you didn't
can
talk
say
previous
yeah,
to that.
no,
right?
yeah.
I've never
You
said
had
that.
never met her before?
No, I've met her.
Oh.
I've met her. I know her. I just
Yeah,
had
but you had
said
never
anything
said anything about
it
that.
because I just thought it was a dream, right? I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
It was
a
one of
dream.
those things where she was like, "Can I talk to you about something?" Comes over and tells him the exact same story.
Fuck.
Creepy.
That is creepy.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's get into another song. Let's upbeat. Let's turn this upbeat. This song is actually a very old song by a wicked band called the Misfits. I figured it was very Halloweeny, so
You're a Halloweeny. Yeah, caught that.
Wow. Yep.
Halloweeny roast. Let's hear the song, man. Let's jam.
all right. So yeah, this song is called "Scream" by the Misfits.
A chill runs up your spine, crawls into your brain. Freezing touch of fear is driving me insane. Although chill runs up your spine, crawls into your brain. The freezing touch of fear is driving me insane. Although you try to fight, drag from the silence where you hide till you scream, till you scream, scream. I can't wait to hear you scream. It's driving me insane. Although you try to fight, drag from the silence where you hide till you scream, scream. I can't wait to hear you. I can't wait to hear you scream. I can't wait to hear you. I can't wait to hear you scream.
All right, that was "Scream" by the Misfits. Are you guys familiar with the Misfits at all?
Just from my sister listening to them.
I was I obviously they have some more of the graphic clothing out there. Like I'm just saying, like it's more eye catching. So I can tell I know
Yeah.
who the Misfits are and that they got a good following because I've seen how many people wear their merchandise, right?
Oh, you're talking about their merchandise. Yeah, that's that Fiend Club skull.
Yeah,
that they
and
have
like
is very iconic.
the Misfits, like actual
Just
name is
that,
always
yeah.
like bright orange or like red.
Green.
and like drippy blood
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
looking
yeah.
letters.
So they did well marketing that way.
Yeah, I mean, they were like the first kind of like.
If you know about them, give us a little lesson
Okay.
on them because I honestly don't listen to them.
Okay, I don't know too much about them, but I used to listen to them quite a bit, especially that album that song is from called Famous Monsters. They were kind of like the first punk band that had that kind of Kiss-esque look to them. And I mean, I think that they're pretty accessible. Like they don't scream or anything like that. Like,
Yeah.
It's pretty catchy stuff. But yeah, their shows, I imagine, would be amazing.
Yeah.
Just because.
Oh yeah. Plus, they've been around for a long time.
Yeah, the original singer is not even with them anymore, and I don't even know if they're still writing anything. But
like if like they still tour, right?
I don't know.
I think so because I think I was on White Ave and I seen a poster for a Misfit show
Oh,
last weekend.
actually, that's a Halloween show where bands are covering bands.
That's cool too.
Yeah,
But you would think like if when a band's been around for a long time, all I was getting at is
yeah.
their shows just get better and better because they know how to perform. Okay.
So you want to talk about Northern Strike?
Yeah, Northern Strike 3 just happened this last weekend, and I wanted to talk about it because so many things in just
that are important to the scene.
yeah, so many things happened that night that was just like the next step, and I'm really excited and I'm happy for the way the battle scene has taken to Edmonton. We went off without a hitch. You know, on the last episode, I was telling how we had to switch from venues from the
Because
one
the
that got
studio-
busted
yeah.
for the
Right.
drugs. Anyways, we switched over to Deviate, met the guy Rob, and I think he's the owner there, or else his wife is, one of the two. Anyways, really nice people. He's like, man, if we get like 40, 50 people in here, I'll be happy. We do a lot of punk and metal shows, and that's about what we get.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I think we'll get more than that. We ended up getting 150 plus, you
Wow.
know. We sold out before the first battle.
Awesome.
And he told me that's the busiest night he's had in 2 years.
So
Yeah.
you'll be going back there again.
Yeah, the one thing, though, is we sold out before the first battle. We could have
Had a bigger venue.
had a bigger venue. So
Yeah.
we do 2 types of events a year, and that's like a Northern Strike event, which is like our main event, and we do a PY, where Edmonton's like new guys who want to get on King of the Dot kind of try out. So maybe we could use that event or that venue as more of a PY.
The trio, yeah.
But anyways, shout outs to all the people that came. It was amazing to see the support we had right off the bat because we didn't know. We had no idea
And you
how
sold
it was
it
gonna
out.
and it just went off so fucking good. Shout outs to Brendan for videotaping. Not this Brendan, but Brendan Ryder
different
from Flavor Edmonton. Shout outs to him. Shout outs to Creation holding down with the beats. Shout outs to my team: Sketch, Comrade, Kripel, Cody, Russ, and Corey. As far as Cody, Russ, and Corey, they're my team. They helped me.
Your goons.
My goons, yeah. We helped poster up the city. Social media every day. So shout outs to those guys. Kripel, he does a ton of work behind the scenes. Same with Comrade.
Yeah.
And Sketch comes out and he basically puts the whole event together. He's
been doing it.
Yeah.
forever.
He's the Alberta division president.
Yeah.
So any event in Alberta that happens, he's got the final say on everything, and he's got the overview.
Right.
So shout outs to them. So as far as attendance and the way things ran, it was awesome. The people who own the venue, just awesome people. Let's talk about the battles.
Yeah, let's get some highlights here.
Okay. One battle I was looking forward to in particular is Billy Shakes versus Wise Guy. Wise Guy had like a mental breakdown the day we had our last event. I don't know if it was before that, but like the guy was clearly he showed up to the venue wearing sweatpants, a tank top, a Ninja Turtles mask with a bag of broccoli. What? And like we're like, what the fuck is he doing? Okay, so he shows up and basically has like a
mental breakdown.
Yeah, a really bad performance.
Okay.
For Edmonton. And he was, before that event, he was our like top guy in Edmonton. And nobody had heard from him for a little bit. He hadn't done a battle in a long time. And so he comes out and like fucking basically loses his mind in a battle. And Edmonton really disappointed in that guy. I know Sketch Menace. He's like, you owe Edmonton a great battle. If we're gonna put you back on, give the fans something good to look forward to.
Right.
Comes back, kills it. I was so happy to see Wise Guy killing it, man. Like, started around a little shaky. Billy Shakes was just on point, killed every round. He's got an amazing style to go with, and I think it's cool that the Edmonton scene knows that he's like this. He's a magician outside of battles, and like so he's got this like they were calling him Gandalf the Wizard and all this shit. So he's got this cool character evolving here in Edmonton. But I'm so happy that Wise Guy came back, did his thing. I think he's on the right path. Shout out to Wise Guy for coming out. And shout outs to Billy Shake for killing it 3-0 now.
How'd the headline event go?
Kripel versus Fingers. It was awesome. It lived up to the hype, I would say. Kripel had a slip up, and I think that's what made the battle not as close as it was. Shout outs to Fingers. Fingers is just killing it right now. He came out, did his thing. Him and Kripel, they put on for their city. They had a good performance. Yeah. I would say I liked the Billy Shakes Wise Guy battle better, but that's just my own personal take on it.
Right, exactly.
Philip Solo versus Lex D.
We were talking about him last podcast.
Yeah, and I talked to Philip Solo. He wants to be on the show.
Nice.
So we'll get him on the show. But
okay.
Lex D comes out from California. Philip Solo. This one to me was debatable. Anybody could have won. It's just more of a style who you like. Philip Solo wasn't really telling the type of jokes. Lex D is more of jokes. So just it's whoever you wanted to win. So
right.
When the footage comes out, check for that. I'll be posting it. You can find me on Facebook at Jake Danger.
There you go.
So, so also one cool thing about this event is there's an MC from Calgary named Rob Roy. He's making a documentary about battle rap.
Awesome.
And so that was in the building, getting fans' perspectives on where they think this is going. They talked to me. They talked to other battlers. So I'm excited to see where this documentary is gonna place battle rap and if it's gonna be significant at all.
Right.
Can anyone bring a hype man that barks?
Have you seen that video?
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, that's a conceited battle. Oh fuck.
So funny.
That's good.
I need to see this.
Yeah, we can show you that. That's old, man. That's grind time.
Yeah.
And that's like grind time. People like to say was like the hype of or like the pinnacle of battle rap, which of course is not true because now you have like Cassidy battling Disaster for supposedly $250,000. So
wow.
Yeah, like so. Those days, nobody's getting paid anything like that. So anyway, but yeah, conceded.
It's an industry now.
Yeah, that's a classic old battle. Grind time kind of fell off. There was they used to be the big league in town besides Smack and URL, which has kind of always been in a league of their own. But perceived as higher than anybody else. They get more views than anybody else, I think.
Well, I'll have to check out this.
But anyways, Grind Time, it was headed by, I think, 2 or 3 guys. One guy, like, for sure owned the company, but there was, I think, just a fallout between the 3 guys doing it, or 4 guys, and it just kind of, when that fell out, fans of this guy went to this league, and fans of this guy went to this league, and broke apart. And so all the views that Grind Time was getting and the relationships they built, they just fell apart.
Down the toilet.
Yeah, so anyways, the event was a huge success. King of the Dot Northern Strike 3. I'm sure we'll be back for another big event, but yeah, shout outs to everybody on the card. Shout outs to all the people that came. The event, anybody who's tweeted or like made a status about it, it helps us
making it happen in the IEG.
So, and to go from not knowing what kind of like response we would get from the city to like the overwhelming response we got from you guys, just a huge shout out and thanks for that. Should we end out on a Halloween song?
Okay, sure, yeah. What should we play?
We should play
Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
Let's end out on Monster Mash.
Okay.
So you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JakeDanger780. Jarm?
Check out my website, jarmwetrust.com or facebook.com/jarmstrong.
Keep
in touch.
That's where everything is, yeah.
That's where it is. That's where we share it all.
You want people to follow you?
No.
Okay.
I don't like being followed.
Don't follow Brendan because he's a baby.
He's creepy.
Nobody wants to follow babies. Babies.
Okay, fine. You can follow me on Twitter. I don't really post that much, but it's at Brendan Evans. And
Alright, let's Monster Mash the fuck out of here.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
He did the mash.
He did the Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the Monster Mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, the ghouls all came from their humble abode to get a jolt from my electrode.
They did the mash.
They did the Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
It was a graveyard
They
smash.
did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
They did the mash.
They did the Monster Mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, all were digging the sounds. Igor on chains, backed by his baying hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker Five.
They played the mash.
They played the Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
It was a graveyard
They
smash.
played the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
They played the mash.
They played the Monster Mash. Out from his coffin, Drac's voice did ring. Seemed he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?"
It's now the mash.
It's now the Monster
The
Mash.
Monster Mash.
And it's a graveyard
It's now
smash.
the mash.
It's caught on in a flash.
It's now the mash.
It's now the Monster Mash. Now everything's cool, Drac's a part of the band, and my Monster Mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them God is sent.
Then you can mash.
Then you can Monster Mash,
The Monster Mash.
and you my graveyard
Then you can
smash.
mash.
You'll catch on in a flash.
Then you can mash.
Then you can Monster Mash.